is a presentation of Main Street Media, your source for news, sports, and information on Main Street in Middle Tennessee.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome into another fantastic edition of Mornings on Main Street. Live on location at the world-famous Pancake Pantry downtown Nashville. But before, look at that sun. Look at the traffic going good. The sunrise. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. And it's a beautiful day to be live on location at the Pancake Pantry in downtown Nashville. We all love this place. They got two locations, one on 21st, of course, one here that's brand new, opened back in December, right in the heart of downtown Nashville. This is what downtown Nashville needed. So today's International or National Pancake Day, which is every day for a lot of us. And so we're honored to be down here today. Come up later on the show at 7:15. We'll talk to the owner, Chip Bradley, about Pancake Pantry and all things that are happening. 7:30, Miss Cheap will join us. At 7:40, a very cool play that's happening out in Mount Juliet. They got two more showings. And I'll tell you, yesterday I had three different people ask me if I've heard about this play. And I was like, three totally different people. I was like, you know what? I need to bring this play on. We got two more showings Thursday and Saturday. It's that good of a play. And then, of course, Celebrity Birthday is coming your way at 7:50. As we do every morning, let's bring in our good friend, the intern. You're somewhere in the restaurant, but I don't know where you are. Are you here?
I am here, but I'm not going to tell you where. Little hide and seek action.
You have done quite well setting everything up on location today. I'm very proud of you.
Hey, thanks, man. I even got your little sign back there. It kind of looks a little compared to the massive, awesome thing we have back here.
Did you design that?
Back behind us?
Yes.
No, I did not.
No,
but I heard it's new, though.
Credit for that.
Right. I could take credit for it if you allow it.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you. Let's start this over again. Hey,
Right.
behind you, did you design that?
Yes, I did. 100%. It was something I came up with on the drive here.
Man, you work fast.
I know.
You're like a young Michelangelo. Not the turtle one, not the artist, but the turtle.
I appreciate that a lot.
That's what you are. All right, so you excited about live on location? Got you out of your little dungeon, man.
I know. You actually let me out. That was crazy. It's like I felt like Harry Potter under the stairs.
I know, you can't let you see the side.
But you hate Harry Potter, I forgot.
So part of this was to prove that you are not a vampire because the sun's coming up. I've never seen you in the sunlight.
Right, and we still got to work on the reflection thing because I can't see myself. But
Oh, you cannot?
you didn't know that. You didn't know that was a vampire thing, did you?
No, I did not. Well,
Yeah.
I know that you mentioned that, but I will tell you this, though. You are here and the sun's coming up, so I think you may be only half a vampire.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I could deal with that. But in the one movie, they shine like diamonds.
Oh, do they?
Twilight? Yeah.
Oh, I love Twilight movies.
No, you don't.
I do.
Do you really?
Here's the deal with Twilight. All right, so my daughter, when they came out, I tell people this. If you got to, so I had a friend of mine who hated the Twilight movies and would tell his kid, "Oh, I'm not going to see that stuff. It's stupid." Da, da. So my thing was, why not engage with your kid and like the movie and enjoy things with them? So we saw all the Twilight movies together and had a great time. Why would I put her stuff down to make myself feel better?
Yeah, you're right.
That's called parenting.
All right, I'll write that down.
You can do that. So we enjoyed seeing all the things together. So I love.
Nice, but just not.
I was Team Jacob. Do you know that?
Were you? He's the wolf, right? Yeah, because Edward was a diamond guy. I mean, yeah, how could you go against the wolf?
Was he a diamond guy?
Yeah, he's the diamond guy.
On that. So we're live on location at Pancake Pantry downtown because today is International Pancake Day. And here's some information on International Pancake Day, which I don't believe, you know this, by the way. Is the screen up? Did I do it right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't do it right. I love it when I do things correctly. Legend has it that in some city and before Ash Wednesday in 1445, A woman was at home making pancakes, an effort to use up her cooking fats before Lent. With the bells of a nearby church began to ring, she put her on her headscarf, a requirement for attending church, and ran 415 yards to the church to make it on time, still wearing an apron and holding the skillet with the pancake.
What?
I'm not sure if I believe any of that.
No, yeah.
Because the accuracy of 415 yards. So I'm not sure about that.
We need a Chris Berman play call on that.
Yeah, it's the town of Olney in Buckinghamshire, England. International Pancake Day. I don't believe any of that. But I do believe it's international. I do believe it's International Pancake Day, so we'll take that with that. What's going on? All right, let's get to the headlines today from the Main Street Nashville e-edition that's coming your way. And look at me, Intern. I am like a wizard today on all this.
Boom. You are, man. You're killing it.
Latest headlines, of course, you see right there. The edition delivered to your inbox every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Boom. Today is Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. It is Fat Tuesday, which I like to call Tuesday. Intern, look at this. Did you know, look how many guns last year. This is a story in today's paper. 1,300 guns were stolen from cars in Davidson County last year.
1,300?
1,300.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not sure I've seen 13 guns my entire life. 1,300.
I know I haven't.
My goodness, this is a way that you can, what's the story? You could turn the guns back in, and there's locations there. That's in today's part of the paper.
I wonder how you turn them in, how that process goes. Like, hey, I have a gun.
I don't know. I don't know. How would that work?
BYOG.
How did you get the gun? Be like, I don't know.
Right.
It just showed up on my doorstep.
No one would believe you.
I'm not sure. Here's something that I will not be applying for. Belmont announces initiative to recruit trained math teachers. Let me tell you what. I'm the worst math student in the history of anything.
I failed twice in college, so if you can beat that.
I failed once. General elementary college math.
Right.
I failed it. It was word problem math. When they'd come up and say, all right, if your house faces south and a polar bear comes up, what color is a polar bear?
Right. Well, mine were the ones where they gave you the answer, and then they were like, show all the work it took to get to this answer. I'm like, no.
Anytime it asks to show the work, I'll just give me an F because it's just easy. Let's just call it what it is right now and be done with it.
Exactly.
I told you I was in college at Sanford. I signed up for statistics class. And I thought that class would be you going like, all right, last night Del Murphy went 3 for 5. All right, so he's batting 600. He knocked in 2 runs. When I found that it was not that, I walked up in the middle of the class, and the professor said, where are you going? And I said, I'm leaving. And he said, why? I said, you don't want me in this class. And I just left. It was a win-win for all of us.
You know, I just noticed, though, if you say Sanford really fast, it sounds like Stanford. And then if no one gets to ask you to correct
I correct people.
No, why, though?
Stanford has asked me not to say that I went to Stanford. Stanford. Stanford's pretty the same way, too.
Right.
But I told you, I left there with a 1.25 GPA, which I was surprised I got a 1.25.
Oh, yeah, I feel you. I threw up a 1.9 at UTC my first semester.
All right, this is a story from Sherry Reeves in Clarksville. Clarksville parking manager said unauthorized downtown rates. What does this picture look like to you? This is a meeting of the parking commission.
Looks like a collaborative.
It looks like my fantasy football league draft.
It does kind of, yeah.
You know, you got the guy on the
even
far
the person.
guy on the far right going through his sheets. The guy next to him here is just writing stuff down.
Guy on the
the
far
other
left.
two are just annoyed.
Yeah, the guy on the far left is calling somebody out on something. Like, is he allowed to do that?
He's like, is Patrick Mahomes still here in the 5th round? Is that what's going on? And then people bunch. So nobody. It's a fantasy football league draft.
Right.
That's the picture.
What is it really, though?
I mean, it might as well be that way. One day I want you to apply for this Lebanon Schools Director job. You're a proud graduate of Lebanon High School, aren't you?
Go Blue Devils. Yes, sir.
Could you run a school system?
No, not at all. No, especially not. I actually know Coach Brown in Hutto. I don't know Sparkman, but Hutto is a beast.
It's Miss Sparkman to you, pal.
Miss Sparkman,
Have
you're
some
correct.
respect.
You're right.
What's going on there? Yeah, I want to see you run for that.
Okay.
All these stories today in today's edition of the Main Street Nashville that's happening. Again, we love reading the front page of the Nashville Banner. This is terrible. So this is 60 years ago, 1962, 95 killed in a jet crash. And unfortunately, there's always a Nashville connection, all right? So there's a big picture there. Just awful. On the passengers, one of the passengers was Alton Jones, board chairman of city services, a close friend of Dwight Eisenhower, who went to Vanderbilt, which he attended in 1911, 1912. On his way to meet Eisenhower, and the plane crashed. According to the magazine, he was carrying $55,000 in cash.
Oh, wow.
Including a $10,000 bill.
Wait,
How
Like
does that happen?
one bill worth $10,000.
Could you come into Pancake Pantry and say, yeah, just give me apple juice on one pancake?
Could I have change for this?
That'd be $4. Oh, you got change for a $10,000 bill? Oh, we shouldn't be laughing at this.
No, you're right. It's very sad.
This move on. But that's 60 years ago in today's paper. But again, I tell people, look, let me show you this. These headlines like this.
What year is that?
1962, 60 years ago.
Wow.
Those big typeset headlines you see up there only happen a few times in a lifetime.
Really?
I'm not kidding, because they had like 9/11 had happened and a few other things like that, the Challenger explosion. So those big, huge headlines like that only happen a few times.
Is that still true for today's papers?
Yeah, it is. Well,
Nice.
It's the Main Street Nashville edition, of course.
Well, right, of course. Yes.
Another deal. All right, intern, decipher this. All
What's
right,
up?
First Horizon,
Mhm.
be First Tennessee, be acquired by Toronto Dominion Bank. All right, First Horizon is the name of the National Sound Stadium. So I guess they'll be changing the name. $13.4 billion all cash deal.
Wow.
Does that make any sense to you?
Billion with a B. No, it doesn't at all. I don't get that.
No, that's just, again,
Where'd
it's more math. That's why I'm not working in banking.
Yeah, you carry the one though. I know.
I do.
Okay, good.
But so what's going to happen? The First Tennessee Park, or which became First Horizon Park, which now become, I guess, Dominion Bank Park. I don't know. Will you figure that out for me?
I'll try. I'll definitely get back to you on that because I always wonder, like Lambeau Field. It's not a business. It's just called Lambeau Field, right? Or is it?
Yeah, Curly Lambeau was one of the Packers' first football coach.
That's what I'm saying. It's named after a person.
Yeah, they got plenty of money up Green. Don't worry about it. Green Bay's getting done.
All right. I'll stop worrying.
Okay, here, intern. Versus 12, name a contender, and this is a Nashville-based company.
Mhm.
They are now this is going to make my head explode. They're a Salesforce solution integrator in the healthcare industry and app exchange ISV.
Okay, right.
You
of
have
course.
any idea what that means?
Of course they are. Well, yeah, your Salesforce, your solution, integrate all that, and you got one healthcare app exchange.
That's why I'm glad that they're doing that and not me. So wish them best of luck and making that happen. All right, let's get all the way over here until sports. Come on, Joe.
You were doing so good.
I was. Now I'm back out of it again. Now there you see, there you go. You sign up for it, you get it. All right, we got this. They're going on. The Nashville Predators will be back on the ice Wednesday night. We tell you about that as they take on the Seattle Kraken. That's on Wednesday night. So the Predators still remain in fourth place in the Western Conference. And we'll talk about the Nashville Predators have a connection to Pancake Pantry. Did you know that?
Well, when we were
Don't ruin it.
Okay.
Don't you dare ruin it for me.
I was gonna say, how's the Kraken doing their new
We
team?
don't care about them. We care about the
no.
Predators and Pancake Pantry this morning.
That's it.
That's our main thing.
Right.
T-Pack. We're going to see some of these shows that are coming. T-Pack announcer scheduled for 2022-2023. Hamilton's coming in June. Have you seen Hamilton yet?
I have not.
Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird.
Are you
read that in school?
gonna go down? Well, they wanted us to.
Pretty Woman the musical.
I haven't seen any of these. I was actually Aladdin in Aladdin, though.
Were you really?
Yeah, I was.
Because of that hair that you have.
You think that's what it was?
Mm-hmm. What kind of carpet did you
thought it
ride?
might
Is
be
it from
my
Buddy
beau-
Allen.
I thought it might be my beautiful voice, but
Buddy Allen carpet.
yes.
Well, there's a schedule, so maybe we can hit one of those things that's going on.
Okay.
With all of that.
Les Miserables.
Let me ask you this. By the way, is there a more handsome man in Middle Tennessee than that guy
How
right
do they
there?
keep? Is there no
Special story in today's
filter?
e-edition of Main Street Nashville.
Look at him?
And the guy just is.
You're kind of tilting your head like you're like.
Yeah, he's
"Hi."
amazing in
Hey, come read
so many
this.
ways. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
All right. How many Batmans are they going to make? This is a new Batman movie.
You know who the Batman is, right?
It's the guy from Twilight.
Yes.
So how many are they going to make of these?
I have no idea, but Christian Bale's Batman was the best.
Oh, I'm going to go Michael Keaton because it was the first.
Right. Okay. That's fair.
But there's no right or wrong answer. Christian Bale was very good. But this is just nonstop.
Yeah, they need to chill. I think they should keep going with the Joker movies.
I didn't see that. It looked weird.
It is very weird. Very weird. But I
Make
think
sure
that was
you
the point.
join Devin O'Day today at 11 o'clock across these same Main Street media platforms. Her show is the 180 of our show. Entertaining, fun, informative. She does a great job. We
Yes,
love Devin.
she's
All right,
awesome.
time for Comic Strip Tease brought to you by.
Possibly you.
And we'll go back to an old favorite today with our good friend Blondie. Dagwood's at work and doing the voice of, we'll do a bunch of voices here. So I'm going to do the voice. I'll do Bob Hope.
All right, I'm gonna do Mrs. Doubtfire. And
Okay.
then-
All right. Here we go. This is Blondie and Dag. He's at work, and evidently he's not a good employee, but they keep him around for some reason. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2. Hey, Mardi Gras in full swing.
I'm surprised Dagwood's not there, dear.
Oh, he wanted to go, so I compromised.
Oh,
Happy Mardi Gras, Dag.
Want some gumbo?
Oh,
how? Nailed it.
oh my goodness, that's so awful. All right, we're off and running on International Pancake Day live at Pancake Pantry. When we come back, we'll talk to a very special guest. A very special guest that knows all about pancakes and Pancake Pantry. He's the owner of Pancake Pantry. He joins us next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
And I can't think of anything more important than buying and selling a new home, except for one thing, and that's finding a new home for a displaced pet here in the Middle Tennessee area.
We got Mr. Charlie out at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue, a sweet little pit bull named Luna at Mount Juliet Animal Control. Please help us find her a home. We're getting him back to on all four paws, but we need someone to take him home.
Hunter Briley, Regal Realty Group, proud sponsor of Pet of the Week. He was the first one to hop on board, 4 or 5 months ago. Let's bring in our good friend Hunter Briley from Regal Realty Group, who joins us this morning. My man, how are you, buddy?
He doesn't even know he's missing a leg. He's that sweet. I know somebody out there has a place in their home for him.
Thank you so much, Joe, for all your help and work that we're doing on this. I'm so excited to be part of Pet of the Week every single week.
Love you, Big Joe. Love you bunches. See you.
Hero, man. Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Look at that. Bright sunshine. Traffic is so smooth on National Pancake Day. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. So because of National Pancake Day, we've come on location to where else can you go, right? To Pancake Pantry. They have 2 locations, one on 21st Avenue and a brand new one on downtown. So let's bring in Chip Bradley, the owner of Pancake Pantry. And Chip, it's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you, Joe.
Are you at which location are you at?
I am at the new downtown location.
Which is fantastic. Tell me about opening this place, getting it going, and why downtown?
You know, downtown is growing immensely over the last 10 years, and we see the market and really wanted to capitalize on the tourism, on the folks that are moving to Nashville, and really bring our iconic brand to all the folks that aren't coming to Hillsborough Village.
If I open Joe's Pancake downtown, nobody's coming. Pancake Pantry, the name precedes itself. That is very rare in a lot of business these days. I mean, you got the name. I mean, it's
Right.
there. People know what that means. What does that mean for you guys?
You know, when we bought it from the original owners, they had already created a brand, a Nashville iconic brand, and our job is to continue that iconic brand in the Nashville market. And it means a lot that they've entrusted us to carry on their traditions with the recipes, everything scratch made, Southern hospitality. So that's our goal, is to just give Southern hospitality and great comfort food.
Isn't it great that Pancake Pantry, known for the good food, but also for waiting in line at the Hillsborough, because people, you drive by there, people wait in line for a long time. And so I think that is the greatest advertising, to drive by their chip and see so many people standing in line.
It really is. I mean, the line will go all the way down to Wedgwood in March through October. And believe it or not, the line moves really quickly. Our average turn time is about 38 minutes. So we can move that line every 30 minutes. So, people will see it and say, oh, I'm not standing in that hour-long line. It really doesn't last an hour. It moves very quickly.
All right, so downtown location. There's some new things you're going to announce today that's happening at downtown. One of those now, you're now serving Bloody Marys and mimosas. That right there is going to bring people down.
Yeah, what better way to have breakfast and with a nice mimosa and a Bloody Mary. We'll also have 2 draft cocktails on draft.
Wow.
Painkiller. And then also a grapefruit martini, which will be on draft. But what better way to really celebrate breakfast than with a mimosa, all these bachelorette parties coming down and having their champagne and Bloody Marys. So.
Also, you're going to eventually open at night and serve breakfast for dinner.
So, at the end of March, we will start opening for dinner from 6 to midnight. And who doesn't want breakfast for dinner? My kids love breakfast for dinner. So, and what better way to go hit the bars and then leave the bars and have a little pancakes, our famous hash browns. Absolutely.
I'm not saying this because you're here, but downtown needs something like this. It's open, so what you're going to open, because you're eventually going to do a takeout and things that are going on. But downtown Nashville needs this.
It does. It really does. We also have a takeout window, a walk-up window. So, like a drive-up window, but you walk up and we'll have about 7 to 10 items that you can take are portable and on the go, and it'll be fantastic. It's located right on 3rd Avenue. So
it's really good. And you got the seating outdoors,
which
will be fantastic.
Great. 144 seats total, and it's a great location on 3rd and Malloy. So,
what was the genesis, I guess, for wanting to put this downtown?
Really to bring Pancake Pantry to more people. A lot of people see the line and they're like, I'm not waiting in the line. And we just wanted more people to see it, more people to understand what we're doing and have good comfort food.
When was this idea first floated? Did you make it, or your partner make it, or somebody did?
Partner made it in 2019. So we started this process in early 2019. And
wow.
It took a while to get to where we are, especially with the pandemic, and but we're here now. So
and that's good things. You're in the hotel here.
The Hyatt Centric.
So, finding a location, was it easy, or were you waiting to find the perfect one?
We wanted to find the perfect location, so we were very choosy, I guess you could say, on where we were going to put our location, and we partnered with CB Ragland and Michael Hayes to put it in the bottom of the new downtown Hyatt Centric. So it's a great location. A lot of foot traffic next to all these hotels. Yeah,
and the grand opening back in December, which is crazy, been 3 months now. What a great way, because the mayor came down, the Predators getting involved, which leads me into the Predators pancake you guys are now doing, which is I'm glad you didn't ask me to create a Predator pancake. You would have shown me the door in 15 minutes.
Right.
What a great partnership with them, though.
Yeah, it really is. And what better way to support our community than support it through the Predators Foundation that gives back to the Nashville community, and all of that money stays in the Nashville community. So, we're doing a Predators pancake, which is our blueberry pancakes with the Predators logo on top. God. And then we're going to donate $2 per order sold to the Predators Foundation all the way through the end of March. So it's just a great way to give back to the great community we live in.
Well, and the Predators Foundation does amazing work in our community because they distribute so much money to people. It says the Pred's pancake are made using the restaurant's secret proprietary recipe. Can you give us that recipe?
Yeah, no, I can't give you that recipe, but I can tell you that we make our batches every day. They're all fresh. So we're not bringing something out of a bag. We're making it fresh, but they are fantastic.
All right, both locations. So March 31st, again, $2 donation to the National Predators Foundation, which is happening there. And you said they serve with a blueberry. What's that word? Compote?
Compote. So it's a house-made compote, or use fresh blueberries, fresh sugar, or sugar and some stuff to bind it. So it's fantastic. It's served warm. It's fantastic.
So I learned a new word today, compote.
Compote. Yep.
I had no idea that exact word existed, and they're having it. All right, so it's 60th anniversary. Going on to the 61st year.
61st year we're in. So 60 years in Nashville, and all the things that have gone on in 60 years, and we're still here, and we're really starting to open up and open new locations. So it's fantastic.
You're a Middle Tennessee boy like I am yourself. So when you hear Pancake Pantry, you don't need to know anything else. I mean, you just know it's Pancake Pantry. It's fantastic right there. Right. To get into this and get involved in Pancake Pantry, you knew all about it when I guess you've known things about it, but when you become the owner, you discover things about this place. Like, man, this is just amazing. And what they do is amazing.
It really is. I mean, you learn stuff every day on, what previous owners, the Baldwins, did, and just in them entrusting us in their family legacy and continuing that has been fantastic. And we're going to continue to do that.
I got to think as an owner, you probably work 80, 90 hours a week, don't you?
Sometimes, but not all the time. I think when staff shortage happens and you're down on staff, then you work a little bit harder, but that's what you have to do to make the business go. So
how has that been for you guys in the last year?
We've been very fortunate. Our Hillsborough Village location is 98% staffed.
Wow.
And it has been for a very long time. People don't leave. We keep people. We've got an employee that's been there for 45 years. We've got another employee that's been there for 25 years. And multiple employees that have been there for 4 and 5 years. So downtown location, we struggled initially hiring people, but once we got open, we're solid.
Yeah, I think if I'm going to work and be a server, I want to go to a place that's continuously packed. Pancake Pantry.
Yeah, and it's in the morning time too, so you have a life, right? So right. You don't have to work till 3 a.m. at one of the bars. So,
that is so right.
So, yeah.
All right, you hinted, and I don't know if this was something. Locations. I know there's 2 of them. Will there possibly in the next 5 years another Pancake Pantry location?
There possibly could.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Not in the Nashville market, but possibly could.
Yeah. So I've learned compote today. I've learned about the Predators pancakes. I've learned the history of Pancake Pantry, and also now that you might be. But here's the deal: if you're going to expand, you can't go wrong. If you're Middle Tennessee,
right? Exactly.
Everything's just blowing up. I mean, you talk about you're from Gallatin, and Gallatin is unrecognizable from even 10 years ago.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, so many people are moving into the Middle Tennessee area, and we've got to give them good pancakes, good breakfast, So.
What do you do? All right, so you're going to take a little break. You're going to come back at 7:50 and do our celebrity birthday game with us. This is only reserved for special and important people. So,
well, I'm going to study in the next 20 minutes.
You can't study.
Oh, I can't study?
No.
Okay. Well,
that gives it away.
I'll put the thinking cap on.
Just know that you're an elite company getting asked to do this.
All right.
It's like joining the Grand Ole Opry.
All right. Fantastic.
All right, Chip Bradley, thank you so much. He's the owner of Pancake Pantry. And I tell you what, fantastic place. Always crowded, always good. I look like I'm in an interrogation room now. The sun is beautiful. We're not used to the sun coming out, Intern, but here it is. All right, we'll come back. Miss Cheap joins us. It's the highlight of our Tuesday. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
You know what I really love about Main Street is it really feels like a team. And there's this camaraderie, and I don't feel competition in an unhealthy way. There's always competition in a healthy way. But what I really love is that the only competition we have is with ourselves to be better at covering the stories.
I'm always looking for that new local place, particularly if it brings a different point of view to me, because I learn. And one of the things I don't think people understand is when you go into a restaurant, and say just for argument's sake, say it's a Guatemalan restaurant, and you're a little fearful because you don't speak the language, and they love having people come and try their food. I mean, they will knock themselves out to give you the greatest meal of your life.
I've done sports, I've been a photographer, I've been an editor, I've been a producer, I've been a reporter. I've been an anchor. I mean, I've done every job you could possibly imagine this. And so sports was a way to have fun and be different. But then I realized community is where it's at, and community and local and doing places and going, seeing people. And, sports, you go to a stadium, everybody celebrates and they go their different ways. But community-wise, there's so much going on.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. We're on live location, the Pancake Pantry in downtown Nashville. Let's get you off and running on this beautiful Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. And what a better way to kick off March than bringing our good friend, Miss Cheap, who joins us every Tuesday at 7:30. Hi, Miss Cheap. How are you?
Good morning. That Pancake Pantry segment really made me hungry, I'm telling you.
Well, try being here and seeing people ordering the food and the drinks and everything. And it's just, I'm trying to pay attention to Chip, and I'm looking around over his shoulder. And so anyway, how are things? You doing okay?
Doing great, thanks.
I love the article this week, How to Save Us Money at a place that we all need to visit. And I'll pull the screen up right now at the Nashville. Let me make sure I say it correctly. National Museum of African American Music. Is that correct?
Yes, National.
Okay. Yes. And here it is, the story, how to discover the National Museum of African American Music for free. And I love the story, Ms. Cheap. How did you discover this?
Well, for a good while, the Nashville Public Library has had a partnership with the Country Music Hall of Fame, where you can go to your library, and if you have a library card, you can check out a community passport, is what they call it, that gets you in free, gets two people in free to the Country Music Hall of Fame. And it's just a great deal. They do thousands of these a year, thousands of visits a year for free. And so at one point they told me that they were going to hopefully add more attractions in the Nashville area to this program. And so all of a sudden I saw that the National Museum of African American History had been added, and it was somewhere that I'd been wanting to go, and I just hadn't gotten there with COVID and other things. But usually it's $24.95 to get into the museum. And it is fabulous. I just went yesterday just to check it out, since I was going to be talking about it and writing about it. I was so impressed with how much it offers and how interactive and how much fun it is, and that you can just get in free.
I think it's great. And I think everybody I've talked to that's gone there have just raved about it. And so it's so much history, so much fantastic music. And had somebody asked me last week, Ms. Cheap, that said to tell you, thank you for your love for the library. And this is part of all that, for your love for the library, discovering how to get into the National Museum of African American Music for free. I think it all just works hand in hand with each other.
Well, it's just such a good, unique program, because what you do is, if you have a library card, and a library card is very easy to get, so don't think that's an obstacle. Once you have your library card, you can go online and put one of these passports on hold. And then when it's available, it'll show up at your designated library. If you're in Green Hills, or if you're in Richland Park, whatever library you like to go to, it'll show up there, and you'll get an email saying that the passport is there. Now, the hitch to it is that for the African American Music Museum, there are not that many passports. I think there are 28 total. So if somebody has checked them out, you can't get them. They've already got a waiting list for those. But get on the waiting list, because then you'll be next up, and one passport will get two adults in for free. So it's really a wonderful deal.
I love this.
And you can keep it 7 days. It's good for 7 days.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love also too about they partnered with the Country Music Hall of Fame, and since July of 2017, been checked out 5,457 times. That's incredible.
And so that's twice that many people have gotten in free, but because each passport gets you in, two people in free. So, I mean, it's a great way to try some of the Nashville attractions. Now, it's not going to get you any free parking. You have to get that on your own. But it's just a wonderful way to try some of these. Both the African American Museum and Music Museum and the Country Music Hall of Fame have permanent exhibits, but they also have changing exhibits. So if you've been once, that doesn't mean you don't want to go again. I mean, there's all kind of new stuff at both places to check out on a return visit.
What was your biggest takeaway? And you visited the museum yesterday, the National Museum of African American Music. What was your biggest takeaway from visiting that place?
I really enjoyed how interactive it is. That they've got these tables, and you put on headphones, and you can click on an artist, and it gives you it tells you what other artists influenced them, and then you hear their music. I mean, you could stand there with your headphones on and hear, just the whole history of African American music, and how different early music had influenced current artists. I mean, it was very interesting. And they give you when you go in, you start with a film, a maybe 15-minute film that gives you an overview of the history of African American music and its influences. And then you're on your own to explore the rest of it. They say people mostly stay about 90 minutes, and you could certainly stay a lot longer than that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how long did you stay when you visited?
I stayed almost 2 hours.
Nice.
And you see there are a lot of photographs. There's some video in there. There are costumes. There's just all sorts of things that you can see, and you can pick your area. I mean, you can see the history from the spirituals all the way to hip hop. I mean, you can pick what era you like, and I mean it's really fun.
I'm glad we're on the same page about museums, because we talk about the Tennessee State Museum that people need to visit, and now this museum, the Country Music Hall of Fame. I mean, there's so many great museums in our city that people need to go check out and see. And I'm always surprised, Ms. Chief, of how many people have not checked out our museums in our city.
I know it, and at $24.95 for the African American Museum, Music Museum. The Country Music Hall of Fame is now $27.95. The State Museum, Tennessee State Museum, is free. But even at those prices, that's a good 2 or 3 hours worth of entertainment and education that you can enjoy. And I just think that it's great. The Country Music Hall of Fame has some other programs that get people in free or cheap too. So that's a good one to check out, because you don't have to pay $27.95 to go.
Oh, I love that as well. And also, when you go to these museums, you always find things plural, that you had no idea were around, that were happening, that the museums have. So you're always discovering something when you go there. And for people who like history and seeing things like that, I always tell these are no-brainers to go visit. Even if you're in different cities, check out museums everywhere, because they're always really cool and you learn stuff.
Right. And, they're all so much more interactive than they used to be when I was growing up. Like the African American Music Museum has a room where you can be an MC. It has another room where you can dance, and you're dancing on a wall with lights. And it was so cool. I watched these other people do it. I did not do that. I'm not much of a dancer, but it was really fun to watch how they were doing it, and how the lighting and how the whole thing was they were having the best time. I'm telling you.
Oh, that is so very cool with all that. With these museums, and talking about the library cards, you said it's not a hard process to get a library card. Just show up and then put your information in and you get a card?
Yeah, or you can even do it online. I think I've got the address right here. Let's see if I can find that. It's just so easy. I don't have it right here. You can go to library.nashville.org services community passports to find out all of that. And then to get a library card, you just go to library.nashville.org, get card. I mean, how simple could that be? And then get yourself on the waiting list for one of these passports, and you're all set.
You are amazing. I would have never discovered this out, and I've got a library card, and I need to take more advantage of it as always. Ms. Chief, again, another great article. Thank you for everything, and we'll see you next week. And I really appreciate your time when you come on with us. Thank you.
Thanks. Stay cheap.
All right, there you are. Miss Cheap joins us every Tuesday at 7:30. Of course, you can see her articles each week in Main Street Nashville. Get the e-edition delivered right to your inbox every Tuesday. And you can see Miss Cheap's articles. Fantastic. All right, we come back to about a very special play happening in Mount Juliet that I want you guys to know about, and how I discovered this is also very cool. And that's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
You knew the risks when you decided to drive drunk. There could be a crash. People could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested. But one thing's for sure, you were wrong when you said it was no big deal.
In a complex world, our greatest strength is our people. Always has been, always will be. Regular Army, National Guard, and Army Reserve. Executing every mission. Preparing for everything. And that's why people matter. Every soldier, every Army civilian, every Army family, every soldier for life. Every one of us. People who make up the best equipped, best trained, best led force in the world. People who serve something greater than themselves. Ready now, investing in the future across every domain. Because in today's complex world, when the stakes are high, America calls its Army. And when that call comes, second place is not an option. We'll remain ready. We'll modernize. We'll compete. We'll fight. And we will win. Because winning matters.
All right, welcome back into Mornings on Main Street. Live look at the T-Dot Smartway camera downtown Nashville. Well, the normal backup, but my goodness, the sunshine is out. We're live at Pancake Pantry. Today's National Pancake Day with the location downtown. They have two locations, one at Hillsborough Village and the one brand new opening on 3rd and Malloy in downtown Nashville. Nice little crowd here today. And we'll talk Chip Bradley, the owner, will come back and join us here at about 10 minutes for celebrity birthdays. All right, so yesterday I'm out and about running errands, and I had 3 different people plus a Facebook post that I saw. So actually 4. Ask me about if I've seen this play, because we like the theater. We like to promote the theater on the show. Going on in Mount Juliet at Playhouse 615, a play called Next to Normal. And these people proceeded to tell me about the play, how great it is. And there's 2 more showings this week, and we need to check it out. So I was like, you know what? I got to get in touch with them. So let's bring on Matt Smith. He's the director of the play Next to Normal. Matt, thanks for joining us. I appreciate your time, buddy.
Good morning, Joe. Thanks for having me.
I tell people all the time, the greatest advertising you could get is word of mouth, and people are talking about this play Next to Normal. Matt, tell me about this play.
Well, first, I didn't know it was National Pancake Day, so you might have changed my schedule a little bit.
Good.
But yeah, so this is let's start with the hard stuff. It's PG-13 for language and drug use, and it's got some potential triggers for grief, suicide, and drug abuse. But getting beyond that, it's a wonderful exploration of the American family. It's got 36 original songs. The cast is phenomenal. We're doing it with a live band, and it's also a lot of fun. It's genuinely funny. There's a little sort of teenage rom-com built into it. There's kind of something for everybody. The New York Times called it a feel everything musical, and that is 100% true. So it's been just heartwarming and kind of amazing to see the reaction of people who have seen it, because not only do they genuinely enjoy the live music and the really great performances and kind of the way the whole thing flows and all that, but I think a lot of people are connecting with things that they've experienced, not only in their lives and families, but even over the last couple of years, with the isolation and grief that they've gone through with COVID and all of that kind of thing. So there's a lot, but it's also a lot of fun to watch.
I think sometimes, Matt, you made a great point. And, for the disclaimer at the beginning about the play, just not going to go see, you're not going to see Mary Poppins, obviously.
True.
But sometimes I think being uncomfortable in a way helps us grow. And the more you talk about that, the more I read about this, I think it's kind of a win-win for everybody that goes and sees this play.
I agree. And speaking to audience members after the shows, even there was one gentleman who came last week or a couple of weeks ago, and at the end. He was obviously visibly very emotional, and he said to me, you know, this was really hard for me, but I am so glad I came. And that's kind of been a takeaway, you know, a lot. You know, you're going to need your tissues. It's you'll laugh and cry and feel everything, but it's I think it's an important conversation to have because it deals with mental health and with a woman who struggles with bipolar disorder and kind of trying to keep her family together and keep all the plates in the air spinning and everything. And but it's also about hope and light and where we can get to if we have an honest conversation about it.
Perfect way of putting that. I got to think rehearsal for this. Was rehearsal not difficult, meaning, you know, everybody coming together, but in the emotion, the raw emotion that they had to put forth every single night? You must have some very talented actors and actresses in this play.
Oh, they are amazing. I like to tell people, you know, once the show was cast, I came to the first read through and said, okay, well, my job is done. I'll see you opening night. And that's not quite true, but really, you know, this cast has been they're not only just amazingly talented singers and performers and actors, but they are genuinely caring human beings. We've had a wonderful chemistry amongst the cast. We actually had Brian Sullivan, who's handling our PR, interviewed each one of the cast members and told me afterwards that every single one of them at some point during the interview broke down a little bit.
Wow.
Because it is, you know, it is heavy stuff. It is very emotional. And it is, like I said, there are a lot of themes in this show that I think resonate with people. And I think everyone has either gone through something similar in their lives or had a family member who has struggled with mental illness, and some of the other, you know, issues that are dealt with in the show. But the rehearsal process has just been a huge learning experience for me and a really wonderful experience, just getting to know all these great folks who really just want to work together to tell an important story as well and beautifully as they possibly can.
Well, what a great job of putting that together. You know, nothing to take away from a play like Mamma Mia or Aladdin or plays like that, but doing a play like this has a director. Do you have to reach within yourself something extra deep, extra special to put this all together? Because again, not saying those other plays are easy, because I know all the hard work and dedication you got to have, but this is kind of off the beaten path a little bit, man. I think it's got to be, as a director, you got to even look within yourself, like, you know, and I got to bring it each and every night.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. They challenged me to do that by the questions they asked and by the ideas that they were bringing to the table. It was a true collaboration, not to mention the fact that this show is the way that it flows. It's not a, you know, here's a scene in the living room and then lights out. And then here's a scene in the, you know, at the bar or whatever. It really just flows. There are very few pauses. The scenes go, you know, into each other. 36 songs. I mean, it's just, there's always something going on. So we had to kind of physically transform the theater too, because this show is usually done with vertical levels. You know, you've got a lot of levels and things going on in different places. We didn't have that here. So we had to expand the playing space in the theater. We built a band deck, you know, 4 feet off the ground to put the live band on. We knocked down walls. We had to get really, really creative with the way that we're using the space and lighting the space and having people move within it and everything. So yeah, it's a huge, huge challenge, but so rewarding to see what these storytellers have done with it.
Oh my goodness.
I get to sit back and watch it now.
2 more showings, Thursday and Saturday. Let me ask you this, Matt. Take off your director hat for a moment, put on the community theater hat. Why does community theater matter?
Oh, it matters for so many reasons. It matters because it gives people a place to express their artistic proclivities. You know, it gives I think young people a place to learn how to be part of a community and work together and create. It encourages creativity, and it allows people to come see stories that they can relate to. It's there's a thousands and thousands of years old tradition among human beings about storytelling in a community setting, right?
Yeah.
If you're sitting around a campfire sharing stories from your ancestors, or if you're in a community theater doing silly stuff on stage, it's about connection, it's about telling our stories, and it's about being heard. It's about people showing up and watching something that's not only entertaining, but that speaks to the things that they're going through in life, and that kind of thing. So it's, telling stories to people who need their stories to be told.
That is a perfect answer, Matt. Thank you. Again, the website, playhouse615.com. 2 more plays, Thursday and Saturday. And I'm going to try to get out there Saturday night and see this, because I tell you, when 3 people come up to me, different people that don't know me and individually and don't know each other, tell me about how great this play is, you're doing something well, Matt. So thank you for your time, and I hope we pack the house Thursday and Saturday, Matt. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. Matt Smith, Playhouse 615, the play Next to Normal. Again, we love community theater. We love the hyper local, supporting things in our community and our backyard. And that is a prime example. All right, we'll come back. Celebrity birthdays. Chip Bradley, the owner of Pancake Pantry, will join us. He'll go head to head versus the Intern. It's America's favorite game show. That's next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime, and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street, the final segment here. Look at that, downtown Nashville. Traffic smooth, a little back up there getting off. It's still beautiful with that giant, beautiful sun in the sky for this beautiful Tuesday, March 1st. All right, let's do celebrity birthdays now. Let's bring back in Chip Bradley, the owner of Pancake Pantry. Chip, how are you, buddy?
Man, I'm good. How you doing?
Doing quite well. I'm looking, no offense, but I'm looking forward to 8 o'clock so we can start eating. So
got it ready for you.
Oh, it's amazing. I've got messages from people like, I had no idea it was National Pancake Day, and they're going to visit either downtown. They had no idea that there was a downtown location.
Yeah, downtown location, 3rd Avenue in Malloy, or the Hillsborough Village location.
Either one works. All right, so this is how we do it. You got to get the birthday within 2 years. So whoever the celebrity is, get them within 2 years on either side of their day, all right, of their birthday. You ready?
Yes. Ready.
Okay, first up, Chip, you go first. How old is Roger Daltrey? Lead singer of The Who.
68.
57.
He's 77.
Oh,
77 years old.
Wow.
Looks good for 77.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I guess so.
It's better at City 7 than you do at 27.
Wow.
Director Ron Howard.
nice.
How old is Ron Howard? Opie.
Ron Howard is 62 years old.
Opie from the Andy Griffith Show, Joe, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I knew that, didn't I? Let's say he's probably 59.
He's 67. Dang. You guys are off to a terrible start.
We are.
Oh, my goodness. This will make you feel old. How old is Daisy Duke? Catherine Bach. How old is she today?
Daisy Duke is 68.
72.
66. Chip's on the board. Yes. Well done, Chip. By the way, Dawson Cafe and Catering meatloaf is on the menu today. Meatloaf at Dawson Cafe. Very good food. All right, next up, actor Javier Bardem. He won a Oscar for No Country for Old Men.
What year was that?
2009 or 10. It's right in there.
48.
Is he the scary guy in No Country for Old Men? Okay.
He had
he's so scary.
vacuum that walked around.
Yeah. I'm going to say he's probably 46.
He's 52.
Oh.
You guys were so close. Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell.
Preppy.
Mark Paul Gosselaar.
It's 49.
Say probably 51.
He's 47. Chip Bradley's up 2-0. Come on, Intern.
Golly, God, all right. I'm not losing.
We're supposed to study this.
I know. I don't ever look on the internet.
The great singer-actor Harry Belafonte.
What's he sing?
Mr. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
56.
I'm going to go 61.
94.
Oh, geez.
So
we have no idea who the heck this guy was.
Tammy gave you the thumbs up. Not good job, like up. Actor Dirk Benedict, he was from the A-Team. I think he was face on the A-Team.
Oh,
there's many of those, weren't there?
74.
I'm going to go 81.
He's 76. Chip Bradley.
Killing me.
Nothing.
Killing me,
Chip
man.
got the full court press on you, man. You got
Yeah,
nowhere to go.
Box out.
Vince Gill's ex-wife, Janice Gill. Sweethearts of the Radio.
She's 54.
It's Sweethearts of the Rodeo, Joe. She is 58.
She loved both you guys because she's 67.
Nice.
Actor Tim Daly was in the most underrated comedy TV show of all time, Wings. Tim Daly.
63.
67.
Oh, he's 65. That's a push on both sides.
Push.
Oh, my goodness. You guys had it on both sides there. Well done. Let's see who else we got here. These people are supposed to be famous? We get this every day, Chip.
You always rip them apart.
Like actor Jensen Ackles. He's famous. I've never heard of this guy. Oh, how about this? Actor George Eads, CSI, the original CSI. The stone face, strong chin guy.
57.
Ooh, that's a good guess, Chip. That's a good guess. I'm going to say 63.
He is 54.
Off by one.
Now, yesterday we had the Justin Bieber's birthday, but on this list today, they said today's Justin Bieber's birthday.
It's, I mean, every day
remember.
you could,
Right,
yeah,
so
dude.
Chip, how old is Justin Bieber?
31.
I think that's what it is. 29?
28. On the board, Intern.
Finally.
Yeah.
We'll leave with this. We'll leave with a national connection. It says her birthday's today.
For all the
but it said
marbles.
It was yesterday, so we'll say it's today. Kesha, Brentwood girl. How old is Kesha?
26.
33?
35.
Snuck one in on you?
That's it.
Pretty sure we did.
He'll beat you.
They did.
Yeah, you
That's
did.
it.
You got me bad, actually.
Chip Bradley, good job, man. You win celebrity birthday.
Nice.
And with that, all you get is bragging rights, and it may or may not get you into a concert at the Ryman.
And a pancake.
So you can try
and one single pancake.
One single pancake. Chip, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. Thank
Chip
you.
Bradley, the owner of Pancake Pantry, 2 locations, Hillsborough Village and the one downtown Nashville, 3rd Malloy, which is absolutely perfect and beautiful. And they're serving mimosas. Intern, if you were 21, I would give you mimosas, but you are not 21.
I can't wait until I'm able to enjoy mimosa with you one day, Joe. Big Joe.
That's kind of weird, so we're not going to talk more
It's
about
really
that.
weird. No, it is
So
weird.
downtown location, Bloody Mary's, mimosas. This location will eventually have open a takeout window, and the downtown location will eventually open at night and serve breakfast for dinner. I'm hooked right there.
Yeah.
with that so far. Intern, great job,
Oh,
sir.
yeah. Thanks,
Appreciate
man.
it, buddy.
Hey, appreciate y'all.
All right. Thanks to our guest today. Thanks, Chip Bradley, Pancake Pantry. Thank you, Miss Cheap. Thank you, Matt Smith, for joining us today for the Play at Playhouse 615. Again, as you make your way in the world today, be nice, be kind, smile at people in traffic, open doors. Remember, friends, nobody cares about your CrossFit workout unless you're doing it for charity. As always, when you hit the world today, nobody ever went broke by giving. We'll see you tomorrow.